Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of OnlyFeehans with me, Kerryn Elizabeth Feehan, and our guest today. You know her from lots of stuff. Remember Funny Girls?
On Oxygen.
On Oxygen. You know her from her special that she filmed while she was pregnant.
6 months or 6 weeks postpartum.
6
Very
weeks
strange. I was like, pregnancy.
That's the 6
pregnancy
weeks.
specials are popular, but
You did-
postpartum COVID.
That's unique.
drive-in specials.
Yeah, with the drive.
I was like,
that's what
you
it
might
was.
have a pregnancy special, but I've got a postpartum. I am hormones raging.
Where can people watch? But where is that?
It's on Prime
Nice.
for free.
Nice. What's
Yeah.
it called?
And then I just shot a brand new special coming out.
Okay.
That was Burning Bush.
Burning Bush. Burning Bush. What's the new one called?
Schmear campaign.
You're so Jewish.
I actually dial it down. I'm diluting it hard.
Smear campaign.
You're like, is this
I love it.
as Jewish as it gets? I'm like, you have no idea how toned down I am.
Where did you shoot this new one?
In LA at the Crow.
Oh, cool.
And a friend of mine runs the Crow. Owns the Crow.
Cool.
Created it.
Because you live in Vegas now, right?
I like don't admit it. Like every single audition, they're
I
like,
just saw you there.
and slate, name and location. And I'm like, I'm Ester Steinberg and my location.
Why are you not embracing the Vegas?
I love it, but I'm also like, I feel like I have this, like Vegas is like a cool hot guy, and other people look at him like, ew. And I'm like, well, he makes me happy, okay? I am not telling you to have, like, I like Vegas.
I like what I like.
And I understand that there are many opinions and we have different needs, but he eats my pussy and I come. So, like, please leave me alone. I live in Vegas. I know that a
It's
lot of
warm
people
there
don't like it.
And sunny. Like, what's not to like? It's
If I
like
tell
dry,
people how great
warm.
it is, then they might move there.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
I'm always
You
just like, no, it's bad. It's totally bad.
You get more space. The weather's good.
6 comedy clubs. People
Yeah.
are in town constantly because
Right.
they're like, there's a cellar, there's a this.
Yeah.
And so I just like have people coming in and out and they actually want to hang out. Like if someone comes to LA, they're not like necessarily going to be like, Esther, I can't wait to see you. I'm in LA. Like they have things to do and lots of people to see, or people they could see, or meetings, or fucking dumb parties with pedophiles. And I'm like, they come to Vegas and I get a phone call or a text and they're like,
you have a lunch.
it's just you, the slot machines.
Right.
There's nothing
no
else.
distractions.
But there's so much comedy
and
and
that's
money
such
to
a
be made.
short flight. That's like to LA to Vegas is short.
Right. I'm like, if they need me in LA,
You can be there today.
45-minute flight or a 4-hour drive to LA and then
Okay.
another 4 hours to get to where you need to go within LA.
What about if you want to go to Austin?
Why would I go?
You want to go? I'm just thinking
I just
big
remember I
comedy
got there
towns.
and my nose just immediately became congested.
Got congested?
And I was like, what's going on? And someone was like, yeah, the pollen count's really high. And like the best allergists in the world moved to Austin to
Fix it?
like they have just all the pollen. But I'm fine. I would totally go to Austin. I would any excuse to leave.
I like.
That's the thing is like just because I'm based in Vegas, then it makes me like be able to leave.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a good home base because you can go to lots of places.
yeah, and no one's there. I'm slightly believe in like digging when people zag.
Yep. Yeah.
I've never been a big fish in a small pond. I've never had a development. I went from Florida.
Right. I was saying, Nicole's like, where is she
Straight
from?
to
I was
New
like,
York.
she was like Florida, but then you went to LA though.
And then, yes. And then I was like, all right, New York, I'm done. I'm going to go to LA. And then I met a guy and uprooted my whole life to move in with him and his 5 roommates in Brooklyn.
I didn't realize that.
And it fucking panned out.
It worked out. You backed
Everyone's
the right
like,
horse.
I don't know. I met this guy, and 3 months later, I am subletting my apartment
Did
to
you
move
really
in
have
with him.
5 roommates?
Yeah, and like everything about this living situation
It was awful. How did you deal?
You
were in love?
I know, no. Well, first of all, we were like having a lot of sex.
Yeah.
And the roommates were just like, ugh.
Really?
And then I think that they were like, there was like a breakup happening. Like every relationship situation was like unfolding.
Oh wow.
With the other roommates.
Yeah.
And then I would use the blender
Okay.
for my fucking
Your
smoothies.
I get
And
it.
then the roommates would be like, I need to use the blender. And you put the blender, like I was like very, like I didn't give a fuck. I had left over, I like put in the fridge instead of like putting it in a jar and then like
no, you're like,
cleaning
that's
the
my
blender.
smoothie for
I was
later.
Like, I'm gonna for tomorrow. And they would like get so mad
Lose their
at
mind.
my like selfish
You're like, get your own
shitty-
fucking blender then.
I was like, I want the blender for like, I'm gonna monopolize it.
right, it's my blender. Esther's
I'm
blender. You
blending.
right, Esther's blender.
Yeah, and it was like totally not my blender. There was an onion that I used that wasn't my onion.
Big fight.
And then we had to like,
Onions
it was
are
me and a
expensive.
gay man just having it out. And I really
Oh.
think that he was mad that I like entered.
I was gonna say that's like fighting with a girl, kind of. That was
Even
like,
worse because they can't relate to me on any way,
Right.
shape, or form.
Yeah.
They're not just sympathetic.
but maybe they felt like they were the female energy before
Yeah.
you got there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure
This
this gay
dynamic-
man had a crush on my.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, there's no way that he wasn't like pining after Noah's attention, and then he was like such just like a
She's
whore.
the fucking onion.
Yeah, and he was literally like my onion, and I was like,
I can't.
are you kidding? And we like had a sit down talk, and I was like, and then finally I was like, we need our own place. I know that we met a month ago. I know that I moved in with you 2 days ago.
But
I would love for you to now change your entire lifestyle to accommodate my needs.
and it worked.
And then he's like, okay, then we moved into the hood. And it was just, I was like, I'd walk
You know,
around.
I used to bump into you guys because I lived in
On
the hood too.
Wilson?
Yeah, I lived off the Wilson stop.
and I
Yeah.
would always be like, I think that it's coming up. Like it was always like this optimism
Yeah.
of like, this is going to be
They're
the
having
next
a new
hot
coffee
spot.
shop. They have a new
But
cafe.
I would say like it was so resistant. It was like weed killers. Like they would like
Yeah.
try to gentrify and like close.
Right.
And the only thing that would last is like Chinese restaurant with plexiglass bulletproof. It was just like that will thrive.
Yep.
At bulletproof Chinese restaurant. There's only in New York do you feel like you walk into a Chinese takeout restaurant and be like scared for your life because of like a 10-inch bulletproof
thick.
glass. That you're just
like this is the most wealthy like commerce in the neighborhood. This is what they're gonna rob, the Chinese Mexican place.
and they're ready.
Yeah.
They've got shields. they've got an iron dome over this thing. It's
know.
like, and they're selling,
I know.
really gross Chinese
Disgusting.
food. Gnarly.
Disgusting. There was that one place that was right on the corner that was kind of cute. It was like a coffee shop in the morning, and then it turned into a Father Knows
Father
Best.
Knows Best.
Yeah.
And we
And they did
loved that.
comedy there.
Noah did the show.
That's- yep.
Wilson's.
Wilson Stop or whatever. Yeah.
They call it like Wilson show.
Yeah.
And it was a bad show.
It wasn't that bad.
People were chatting. People were
Well,
talking. People didn't want anything to do with the show.
Well,
and
yeah,
it was
like-
just like, listen up. Listen, we're going
They
to do comedy.
didn't
And it was
know
like
what
the
it
worst
was.
energy. They were just like, we're here to have fun.
They were like, we were just on the stoop, and now we're inside a bar.
it's either this or the plexiglass
we're attending.
Chinese.
We're in attendance. Yeah. No, and that's I had 2 roommates, but my room had its own bathroom and my own little balcony. So I felt like I had my own apartment because I would just ignore my roommates pretty
That's
much.
great.
And I had a little dog, and I would just like try to walk him away from that neighborhood every day. But then we always had to come back.
Was the dog safe? Did he get like killed and grilled and like served at the
Oh.
Chinese?
He could have. They would have.
That was a really rough time.
That was a transitional period, I feel like, for both of us.
Yeah, and we've come up on top.
I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, there's some like we have some similarities, Esther and I. We were both sort of on reality shows. Because Funny Girls was like a reality show, right?
Yeah.
Because they like followed you around. I was on a reality show called My Big Fat Fabulous Life on TLC. I was only in 2 episodes because I made the girl mad. But then I was like so polarizing that they like flew me back for the reunion. Yeah.
What were you doing on a big fat?
They hired me. Wait, is that me on the reunion? That's so funny. That's me in the blue dress. Look at her. She's
They hired you to like yell at
challenge
girls?
her philosophy.
She has no shoes on.
Yeah, because her feet like were too big for the shoes she wore that day. She had to take them off. That's her. She storms off because I was mean to her mother. But
Challenge your philosophy.
yeah,
Oh my God.
because yeah,
Well,
you
good
were-
for you. You really did. You make a difference?
It was funny. It like I got a lot of people mad, obviously, but Like,
Look, same here. If you ain't the villain, you ain't doing reality right.
That's what I mean.
Why would I be on reality as like the? I don't know. I always wanted to be LC, like relatable and kind of sad. And I was just like, I was Heidi. I was like, I'm here to be hateable.
They called me Cruella. I was still smoking cigarettes at this time. So like I'm calling this bitch fat while I'm like
Cruella.
smoking.
They called me a bitch. No cute name.
What happened on that show that they thought you were a bitch?
They were just like, Yamanika would
just
just be like, you're a bitch. I'm a bitch. You're a bitch. And
Right. I remember that.
Okay, so I'm going to be a bitch. Oh, I'm a bitch. Oh, I'll just be a bitch. Like, they wanted me to own it and be like
There
a
it
saucy
is. Look
bitch.
how cute. And Khalees.
They became like lifelong friends, but I couldn't help. There was lying happening.
Yeah.
There was a horrible, deceitful situation.
What? Can you talk about it? This is a long time
I
ago.
don't care. I mean, it's
This
like
is thrilling.
not a single person in the whole world cares.
I know, but I do.
And that's problem. But basically, I was dating a comedian, as she does. And we were having a good old time. He comes back from the Comedy Store and was like, Stephanie Sambari said that you fuck a bunch of comics. And I was just like, what? Like, me? No.
This
And
is
I
on the
just like,
show?
no, this was
Oh.
before. Then all of a sudden, 10 seconds later, they're like, hey, there's an audition for a reality show. They were like, hey, tell us about yourself. And I didn't stop talking for 2 hours. They were like, you're hired. I had a couple of auditions and they were like, what do you think of like Stephanie Sambari? And I was just like, I don't like her. And they're like, great, she's your cast member. And I was like, oh my God, I think I have
You're a genius.
no beef in
Right.
my whole life. And then they found like the one girl that I was like, oh, her. You
dead.
really
I'm
fucking
dead.
got. And I was like, well, she's not really a comedian because she's not funny. And then they were like, oh, this is going to be good.
They're like, they love
and I was
it.
like, please, I'm so positive and sweet and
Yeah.
warm and kind, except
Right.
that I don't like
they
her
found your
because
Achilles.
of those. She slut shamed me and she's not talented, so that's like
Right.
tough. And I remember like feeling these feelings like really strong. And then me and the guy broke up and they were like, we want you to be in. We'll do like a love triangle.
Yeah.
And I was like, mm-mm. And he said no. And then we were like, let's just do the show and we'll just, I'll ignore that I have beef with her. And they were like, no.
No,
You're
this
going to
is
sit
what
down
we
and have a
need.
confrontation. So then me and her actually got together at a coffee shop and I was like emotionally like so vulnerable. I mean, I was also just like fucking confused
And
and
young.
selfish. I was 23,
A baby.
24.
Yeah.
I was also whatever. And the cameras were not rolling. And I was
Right.
like, this is why I was sad. We are not together anymore, but I just really felt hurt that you were talking about me and like
Right.
comedians, like it's hard. And we're not even together anymore. Like I was emotional. Then they decided that me and her were going to have a confrontation at a coffee shop. And I was like, okay, we're going to have a talk. And I was like, okay. And I was like, but by this time we had like done the
You'd
show and
already hashed
I
it out.
really felt like I was like, they put me in a position where I was like, who is going to do my kibitz room? And I was like, that's not really how it works. But like, I'm 24. I'll say yes to anything.
Same. Yeah. That was me. Like they were like with the Fat Girl show, they saw me do a roast battle. They were like, can you just come be mean to her? And I was like, yeah, for sure. For $900? Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
so poor.
As long as I get like no residuals or
Yes.
anything.
As long as it like may like make a whole faction of people hate my guts. Absolutely. Sign me up.
So then I was like, okay, I'll talk to her. So we get there and I was just like, I just felt like you were, and she goes, I know you think I slut shamed you. And I was like,
Slut shame was a big buzzword probably.
and
at
I
that
was like,
time.
I was like kind of speechless. And then I was just like talking to her and she was just spicy. She's like, well, that didn't happen. I didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, that's what we're doing? And like cameras are rolling. And I
Right.
just said to her, I don't know what went down.
You
but
black
I just
out, right?
I was really sad and I didn't want to be like, I'm gonna call you out because yesterday when we talked off camera, you were like admit it, and then I was like vulnerable, but like now you're not admit. And then I just said, I go, I don't want to hear my name come out of your mouth, and that's the end of the conversation.
That's
And then they
That's
use
good.
that for every promo. They're just like, funny girls on Oxygen. I don't want to hear my name come out of your mouth, and that's the end of the conversation. Ester's a bitch. And everyone, all the reviews were like, the show was whatever. And like, there was just too much drama between the girls.
But
And I
that's
was
what
just
they created. That's what the producers made.
Also, if I'm trying to fuck someone,
Right.
don't go running telling them that I am
hate
a
that.
big slut.
Fucking slut.
Please.
Yeah, can you not? Don't you have
Is
anything
that
else to
possible?
do? Don't you have an open mic to hit? Like, leave my life alone.
But now I've like now I'm just like feel bad that I ever was like critical of her comedy. Like that was harsh. I feel bad that I agreed to be like judging girls who can do my show. Like I don't feel like that was not
A real representation.
helpful for anyone.
Yeah.
Our relationship should have just been like, I should have, if that was happening today, I'd be like, I was really hurt because I wanted to like impress and like this guy. I really liked him.
Right.
And like,
And you came out of nowhere.
but we can just move on.
Right. Forgive and forget.
Who fucking cares?
Right.
But that's not reality.
That's not reality.
Now I'm like, you cannot.
For the reunion, so
She's so beautiful, Stephanie. She's got like the sexy voice. She's funny. People love her. People are very like magnetically love her. I was like wanted to be friends with her, and it was prickly,
right?
And I just wanted. And at this point, we are friends, and I do think she's fabulous and cool and creative and interesting. I've always thought she was just so beautiful and had a cool.
And now
voice.
she's a mom too.
Yes, and I like support that, and I love it very much.
Cute.
But the show really like got me at 24. They like pushed me into scenarios that I wasn't comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I was like unraveling.
Yeah.
I was just
They did it to me too. It's the producer, it's like multiple producers in your ear too. And with me, like I didn't know this girl at all. And they kept me away from her because they're like, she's really charming. So if we let you actually interact, you'll be friends with her. You won't be able to be mean to her. So they wouldn't even let us like meet at face to face until the cameras were rolling. And then when they flew me out for the reunion, there was 2 separate producers. A woman, she was like, can you tone it down? Like, take it easy. You're too mean, blah, 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 blah. Guy producer is like, fucking go at her. Like, fucking let it rip. Like, we love it.
They did like a good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. And so then fucking let it rip. And she like stormed off or whatever. But it's reality TV is evil in the ways that they play with people's emotions.
I heard you on like, there was like a clip of you, and I was like, that feels like me. 'Cause and you were talking, someone said
Look
like,
at my meat, like talk about a bitch. Like they were just
Right.
the meanest lighting. Like I was young here. I was like, I'm 100 years old. Like just brutal.
there was something that, I hate this. Like my big fat fabulous life, you're fat shaming comedian. Like, okay.
As if like fat shaming comedian is
as
also
if
like in my
you're
bio.
the face of fat shaming comedians.
Yeah, it's me. I started it.
It's me. That's like, that kind of sucks that you. It
at
sucks that we agreed to be.
Yeah.
Our faces are like
Right.
It
And
just,
it'll
like,
follow
got
me every
so
day. Like this gets
manipulated.
brought up all the time. I did this like show.
No way.
Like Jay Light like just did this show, and like I thought that the reunion was like behind a
at
paywall.
least yours was popular.
I was very jealous of that show. I was like, oh, look at them. They're all funny. They're the funny girls. Like
I feel like no one hates. Like everyone hates reality stars and everyone hates female comedians.
I know.
And so it was the combo. And they didn't do it right? Like if they really shot us women doing comedy, like working hard and grinding, it would be maybe interesting, but definitely a completely different show than what was happening.
Right.
'Cause it was like a manufactured scenario. And it was like, yeah, guess what? There aren't 5 women in comedy. There's 50 million, and there's no way to capture every interaction and everything.
Right.
And it was
Yeah.
also just odd. But I
Did you guys live together though?
No, but like
Okay.
they put 2 girls, like Yamanika and Khalees came. The 2 black girls had to come. They shipped them from New York City. I love both of them dearly.
Yeah.
Yama's like did a speech at my wedding, introducing me to my husband, and
Oh, cute.
Nicole was a bridesmaid at my wedding that wore like a pink power suit.
Right.
She didn't want to wear a dress.
Nicole Amy Schreiber, I'm so sad about her right now because her dog is sick. I feel so bad for her. Buddy has like kidney failure or whatever.
I know all the details.
I'm sure.
I get the
It's
medical
so
reports.
sad.
It's like
I'm
there's like it's like absolutely devastating when your dog is sick, but
Yeah.
also like zoom out. There's just something funny about people like going on multiple doctor appointments a day on behalf of their dying dog
I
that
had
they
to do
found.
it.
Like it's just sometimes it like kind of makes me cackle because I'm like changing diapers and everyone's like, is being a mom hard? And I'm like, not as hard as having a dog. It really like having a dog has taken the wind out of my friends. Like they're just like 14
It's
grand
the
on the
end.
kidney
That's
replacement.
what it is.
And I'm just like,
Ernest, my first dog, is in that box behind your head, and like that's what it is when you find out that they're sick. Like it's and all of a sudden
I
it's
don't
like
even want to emotionally go there because it's like dogs don't talk back. They're not going to grow up and like leave the house.
no, yeah.
So there is just like an
Your
attachment.
boys are never gonna leave though.
You're always like, if my kid needs something, occasionally I go, you have legs, they're not broken, like go get it yourself. Like with a dog,
Are
your
you
dog will
tough,
always
Mom?
be like, well, I'm helpless without
No,
you.
they're
I'm a
babies
dog."
forever. They have the mind of a 2-year-old forever. They're
That's like a
babies.
terrible twos for
Forever.
life.
Do you think your boys are gonna play sports? What do you?
Well, my husband is like drilling basketball into their
yeah,
heads.
because
And,
they're
like,
already probably
the only way to receive love from daddy is to make a basket.
wow
Healthy, right?
Wow, Noah.
But like I read them books. Dolores Jordan wrote a bunch of books, who's Michael Jordan's mom, and like
Aw.
I'll read them like LeBron James, like a cute LeBron James book, and like read about that incredible story of Gloria. Like I will like dive into NBA moms. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm really fascinated by like, how do you raise Michael Jordan? How do you
Right.
raise LeBron?
Yeah.
Okay, here
What's
it
the
is.
mindset?
You have to be poor and you have to move around a bunch and have a bad dad.
So it's their only outlet.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, Noah, can you hit the bricks so we can get some
Yeah.
fucking basketball
If
stars?
you could leave for a pack of smokes and never come back, these
Bye.
guys have a chance.
Yeah.
Give them a chance at life. Give them something that they need to power through.
Yeah.
You
Are they?
can't.
Do they go to like daycare? Are they? How old is
They're
your
in
oldest?
private school, which is guarded by
Fancy.
like 12 snipers.
What?
Why would I send my kid to a school that a gunman can go into? They go to
That's
school
so
in a
scary.
fortress with snipers. It's either that or they're dead. It's America.
It's really scary to be a mom.
I guess that's why you have to hire snipers.
Not do it.
I'm like, I need babysitters and a sniper.
Holy fuck.
Well, I think that it's really scary out there, and the gun situation's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
all the wrong people have guns.
Well, yeah. Do you think we should arm teachers?
Only no,
No.
because they flip desks. they've I've seen a teacher. I mean, I've seen many teachers act inappropriately.
Yeah.
If they had a gun, like also how fast do they reach for the gun?
I know.
Like, is it just like you guys get 2 more warnings, or I'm gonna pull out the gun?
You're gonna
Like how many? Like a
And, well,
teacher's
sometimes
just
they're
having
drunk.
a bad
Remember
day.
that drunk teacher too? Like she was like all over the
In
news.
Florida, it was rare that we had a sober teacher.
Really? I had nuns. I don't think they were drunk. They were just mean. But I mean, yeah, like the emotional instability of a teacher, I guess, could be like a little concerning.
Oh yeah. So okay, wait. This is what you said in a clip. I think it was like a podcast clip that I really was like, I like her. Someone was like, blah blah. I don't want to go to a workout class and like be friends. And you were like, no, I'm gonna dominate. And I was like, I don't do competitive sports. Like I'm not a basketball. Like I can't chase. You cannot pay me to chase a ball. You could pay
Right.
me, but I just like don't know. I don't know why people could like run after balls.
Right.
It feels. That's just not in me.
Okay.
But I will do workout classes, but it's not competitive. Like no one's ever been like, Esther, you get the gold medal at your
No.
yoga class. But I still just
You
do
know if you're the best, though.
yoga, Pilates, fusion, like any bar.
Yeah.
I like to really mix it up,
Yeah.
but I also like fucking dominate.
Yeah.
I'm not there to make friends. I don't chit chat. I'm not
No.
like texting. I'm just like, no, I'm like
No.
in a zone.
Right.
I've chugged my Celsius.
Yeah.
This is my time.
I've chugged my Celsius.
And I will own you, bitch.
Well, that's the
and
other
if there's
thing.
a guy doing it, it's
you
just like,
pussy, get out of my bar class.
yes, with his moose knuckle flopping around.
What are you doing with like the clamshells? Like, aren't you smashing your balls?
But it
Get
is
out.
kind of like Vegas is just like all these girls that they'll go to the workout class, and they have some of the worst eyelashes I've ever.
Brutal.
And they're at work. You can't even take them off to work out. And they do have like a Miss Piggy. It does feel like
I
they
don't
ordered
like it.
eyelashes that are supposed to go on. They're like Volkswagen Bug, but then they
Sometimes-
decided to put it on their face.
Yeah, I saw a girl. I think I was actually in Austin. This girl was like a hostess at the hotel.
She's at my bar class.
It looked like she like took her eyelashes and like swept under a couch.
I love a lash. I love a lash.
Yeah, but
like,
you can see
but
the
this is
individual lashes.
This is nuts.
These look like those like caterpillars.
right
On their eyes. I don't like it.
I love enhancements. I
of
love
course. I love like
beauty
a
products.
little extra on the end. Like
Oh, yeah.
I used to do fake lashes.
I'm into all of it. I've Googled fake lashes at least 3 times
like
a day.
lovely.
That looks so good.
I just know that when I was doing it, my real lashes started falling off. So
That's
I
when
stopped.
it gets into crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When they all smushed.
That's the girls at my bar class. Vegas, they like, as soon as you land, they're just like, here, we'll get you into a cab.
Instead
and
of
get
a
you
lay
these.
in Hawaii, they put eyelashes.
They're
on
just
you.
like, and right here. And you're just like, I can't see.
I can't see.
There's not a chance that they have good vision.
Are there a lot of fake tits in Vegas?
Yes. And there's fake tits everywhere.
Right.
But I do think that the difference is, and I've been really, I am a
You're
master.
included. Yeah.
I have a PhD in fake boobs. I in LA there is a bit subtle, like there's something more subtle.
Okay.
And then you're like, wait, did she get work done? Did she
Yeah,
get work
yeah,
done?
yeah.
And then Vegas, like a girl walks through the door and you're just like, whoa, plastic boobs right here. Like, it's just like they really come out
Yeah.
at you. And I had kids, my boobs were like tiny and perky. Then they were big and milky. And
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, my tits are so big.
That's
oh my God.
fun.
Took some cute photos that were like weird.
Wait, we were also both in Hustler. That's the other thing I was thinking
I
about.
was Penthouse.
Oh fuck! I thought you were Hustler.
That's really. I wish. And I've reached out to them many
So
times,
mad.
but
Because I remember talking to Noah about it.
That's
I was
so
like,
funny.
Esther's so hot. She's in fucking Penthouse. I guess it was.
Well,
it
I
was
said
Hustler.
that I wanted to. I had a very dear friend, Lindsay Burns, who's like this incredible photographer and like a little grunge and super
Yeah.
feminist. She's like, I'm doing photos for Penthouse, and I was like, I want to do it. And then I had like an album coming out, and I was engaged, and so I assumed that my body was gonna
Hell
fall
yeah.
apart. Here's what's really embarrassing.
So hot.
Jamie Lee, who's a wonderful comedian and a friend of mine,
Yeah.
was also in the same issue.
Okay.
She was wearing
like,
a white
fully
t-shirt,
clothed.
and there was an article about her. And I was like, oh! And then I just went like
That's so hot. Good for
butt
you.
out, like whatever. But my boobies were like very like perky and fun. Then they were big and milky, and now they're, I would say, like sad. Like if I push them to get, there's not enough meat. It's a little bit of an empty bag, and I'm like, I talk myself into like, I'll just get boobs, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, do I want that attention? Like you can't just like
Right.
take them on. Like, yeah, I want boobs for this outfit, but
And
not
then
that
take
outfit.
them out. Right. I think it's like a big decision.
I don't think boobs are gonna help my comedy. I don't think that.
But
It's like,
they, you
what are
know.
my goals, and are boobs like? Why would boobs get me or stop? Or should I just say,
Is
like,
it a mood elevator
you
though?
only live once?
Right.
Why not have cleavage?
Yeah.
Who wants to live without
I think
cleavage?
it's like more about like your like how you want to just like feel every day.
Or do I like own my mom boobs
Right.
and really like?
If you feel good about yourself, then you're
No,
good.
I'm gonna get boobs.
My
I'm
friend,
gonna get like a tiny, subtle, like I'm
Kate
just gonna,
Hudson got like little boobs. Like she had nothing, and then I
Mm.
think she like breastfed. Like she was like an A, like less than an A, like an Almost Famous. She was like,
everything Kate Hudson has, I'd also like.
me too. I think she's like doing
Oh,
it
she
right.
got like little boobs.
Yeah, she just got like a little extra. I think she
Yeah.
probably went from like an A to, but you.
But then
what were-
Vanessa Hudgens recently got them, and I don't like hers.
she did.
I feel like she like, well, now she's pregnant, which
Oh.
is so stupid.
So wait, she
I
got
have
them
a friend
before
who's
she
a
got
model,
pregnant?
and she was like, "Don't get boobs before,
Right, because then
get
they're
boobs
gonna
after."
be
Yeah,
fake.
she got a tit job, and then boom, you're pregnant, and now you're
Oh.
milking, and
That's
then
gotta be complicated.
I mean,
My friend
I'm
Dottie,
not worried about her,
No, she's fine.
but she
But-
did put on some weight for the pregnancy, which I support.
Yeah.
I think we should all enormous. And this is like Noah's like
Is that his hall
on
pass?
his list.
Okay. On
Which
his
is
list.
so weird. My list is weird too. We both have like pretty long hall passes.
You guys have hall documents?
It's basically like if there's a good story attached to it and it's like a celebrity, blah, 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 like, yeah, like
Right.
you can fuck them. Like,
Right.
this is a weird example, but let's say like Jamie Foxx wanted to have sex with me.
Right.
And like, I'd be like,
You're
this
his
is, like,
type, too.
kind of a good story. He likes moms.
Yeah, he loves
He likes
mom.
women with
He
C-section
loves mom.
scars
No.
and lasered off pubes.
You, no, you have like, you look a little like Kate Dawson's Creek, Joey.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a little more
You have
Jewish,
like
a little less Scientology.
a little more
but
Jewish, but like olive
I'm not
skin
trying
tone.
to have sex with him.
But you could if
But
you wanted
like,
to.
if the opportunity came up,
But
I'm not
like,
going to pass that story.
Your
up.
circles aren't that far apart. Like
I've been at a party and he was there and I was like, oh, and then I walked away. He's like a good example of like, that would be a great story. He's talented.
right. I support
you?
this. Yeah, of course. In a heartbeat. I'm not married with 2 kids though.
But if you were, then you'd really be like,
Then I'd want to do it more. Yeah. Who's on? So Vanessa Hudgens is on Noah's.
I think he also likes Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Is it?
That's
is it?
funny.
I love that.
That's like a story. That's like a legend.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I think
And she still looks great.
is it like a breach of privacy to like divulge my husband's like boner list? His
I don't know what type of rules you guys have.
He's got a.
He
I
loves
think
him
it's
some
just-
brunettes, huh?
Oh, he loves. I always say like he likes me like he likes a girl with olive skin and a lot of parking tickets. I'm like, I'm his type. But he said that he liked me, that he like kind of was crushing on me before we met. And I think, and that worked. And we met a couple of times and I was like, hi, whatever, bye. And then the third time we met was on a podcast.
Okay.
Don't fall in love with me.
You and Nicole
And
You guys are both.
I said, don't.
Hey, stop it.
Stop it. And so that's when we like connected because I actually like saw him for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, we've never met. And he was like, we've met twice.
Nice. That's good. Alpha.
And then I was like, I like him. And I broke up. I cheated on my boyfriend with him and we broke
you
up.
did?
I called my therapist and I was like, I met this guy and I really like him, but like I'm with someone and I'm afraid that I can't pay rent without him. And he was like,
New York living is hard, man.
and my therapist was like, you should for sure cheat. Like he basically said that.
Really? He was like, see where it goes? Yeah.
He was, but I think he just didn't like the boyfriend.
Oh.
No one ever does. No one ever likes the guys up until Noah, who I married. No one ever liked anyone I dated. Everyone was like, we hate him. And I'm like, really?
I don't care.
Like,
La, 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 la.
you know what? You don't have to fuck him.
People hated a few of my boyfriends.
Has anyone liked any of them?
Yeah, like my most, like the last like long term, actually this last short term one, I dated a guy for like 3 months. My mom really liked him because he was a sailor and she just likes boats.
Oh,
She's easy.
That's-
She's like,
That's really funny that his
She's-
profession just did it.
yeah, she was like part of the reason we got together too. She's like, look at him, he can like sail. Like, yeah,
That worked.
fine.
That must have been
I like a sunset.
Yeah, and your mom is so happy. She's
Yeah.
like going to bed at night. She's like, I just know that my sweetie is safe with the sailor.
3 months later, I'm like, bye.
Finally. But she just like repeats this like thing in her, this story in her head of like sailing into the sunset at last, my sweetie.
Yeah,
But like with a Boston accent.
yep, totally. She's like, oh my god, she's wicked happy now.
Yeah.
She met a sailor.
Sailor. I think the advice for like a good relationship is like the guy should be so obsessed with the woman.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think that's a really great place to start.
I agree. I just like since I'm rich now, I'm just really struggling to find a guy that it works with. Like,
Don't say you're rich. Just say you're a
But I
baby and you
like-
don't have any money and that you can pay with blocks.
But my thing,
I don't understand. I take out my Metro card when the check comes and I go, I have a Metro card from 2020 and I go, no,
Will
no,
this
I got
cover
it.
it?
I got it.
Will
I
this cover it?
insist.
I think that like I would like to find a guy who would just like cover things anyway. But like my thing is like I like buying myself expensive stuff,
Yeah.
and so I don't like it when guys comment on my spending habits. And it seems
Sure.
to happen, like no matter like if they have a good amount of money or not, like they seem to like.
That's so funny because I will hide packages as they
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna get the door, and then like hide like scoot upstairs with like a package. And, like there's like a section of my closet
It's
that
just-
he has no idea exists, and it's like packaging.
Because
From
what would he say?
anthropology.
What would he say?
I don't know. He would just be like, "What did you get?" And I'll be like,
Like if you were like, I needed these shoes, they were $1,200.
Mhm.
What do you think he would be like? Is
that seems very excessive.
I hate that. I hate that. I don't want to hear it from them. Not like your situation,
Right,
But
but-
you're obviously happy. I just like for me, I'm just like
Clearly, I'm hiding my spending. Clearly, there's some secrets that there
don't know
is
why, it just makes me
packaging
so mad.
garbage in the back of my closet.
But if it's my money, I just don't think they should have anything to say.
They
about
should
it.
not. I also was saying to him that I needed a facial, but
He's like,
he was like, yeah, go get a facial. And then we were talking, we were like in the conversation of finances.
Yeah.
And then I sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, like I do want to get a facial. It is expensive. He goes, well, how much? And I was like, I mean, like $200 to $300. He was just like, what?
right? The scoffing, it drives me.
He goes,
nuts.
well, I was like, I think you're supposed to get it like every 6 weeks, a facial to like, and he was just like, that feels
that's
excessive.
crazy. What the?
And I was like, and I try to come at it, but then he did, you'll love this. Before I left, I was just like, I don't want to stay on someone's couch. I want to like spend money on an annoying like hotel.
Yeah,
with a
staycation.
pool in the
Yes.
Lower East Side and a view. And I did all
Good.
those things. But then I also am like, have like up and down money issues. Like I'm rich, I'm poor, I'm rich. Like
Yeah.
too crazy like that.
I am too.
And then I'll be like, I don't know. I spent all this money on the hotel. I'm like, you know, like I don't know what I'm actually saying. I'm just
You're
and
just like a baby, like,
this is I like that too. I like being an idiot.
it works. It's
Yeah, yeah.
manipulation.
Well, I don't know what my problem is, but maybe I just have like money anxiety, and I want someone to be like, babe,
like
it's okay.
They
So
didn't give women
before-
credit cards till the 80s. I
First
don't know
he'll
how
be
they
like-
work.
Yeah. First he'll be like, that seems excessive. And I'm like, okay, Dad. I'll just return it and sell my eggs for money.
Right.
Like I just like
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
the
good,
extreme.
good, good.
And I was like, I'll get a job at Starbucks.
I'll be a mom on OnlyFans, bitch.
Yeah. I'll just go on OnlyFans. And I have great feet. And I can literally just do it with
Right.
toes or
Yeah,
something.
you can crush.
And then he'll like come around the next day and be like, no, I think that you should get a massage. Like you want it. and I was
good.
like, and then I'm like, no, I don't need it. I don't need anything at all. I'm not even gonna get my nails done. And he's just like, no, get it done. And I was like, real, like, and it's like, it's not, it is my bank account. It is my credit cards. It is my money.
Yeah.
It's not, but I guess it's like uncomfortable, and that's bullshit. No one should be making you feel bad about spending.
Yeah.
You should go into as much debt as you
Thank
need to
you.
get the things that
Whatever
make
the fuck I
you
want.
have to
Yeah.
fill the holes in your
Thank
heart
you.
with Prada.
How did you know?
Like there is a Prada shaped hole in my heart that I will
Just go get some sandals.
I
Just get some
really
$1,200 Prada sandals, and they'll really turn your day around. I did yesterday. I woke up. I had my period. I was feeling kind of crabby. I'm like been having like a writing block. So I justify. I'm like, just move. If you move, you'll be able to write. You move, you'll be able to write. Just walk to Prada. And the whole time, the only thing in my brain is Prada. Can't write a joke. And then once I get there, those salespeople, they have my number.
really, because I feel like maybe you could walk in. I feel like if I walked into a store, they'd just be like, can I help you? Like I feel like it would be like, I just feel like they'd like scoff at me and be like, we know you're
When
not going to, what are you doing in here? And I'm like,
Just-
I waited in line for Prada like everyone else. And I am just here to make my husband happy.
Just pick a product.
Because I've told him I was just going to sell my eggs, and he insisted I get
Go
a
to
Prada
Prada.
bag. Like you have to do the reverse. But he did hand me, he went and played craps, and he won like
Cash? You
$700
put some cash
and he
in
gave
it?
me $700 cash.
That's hot.
And of course, I'm like,
Let's go, Noah. That's hot. Because that's free money. That you never have to pay that back. That's like you won that on a scratch ticket.
I know. I'm always like, it's house money.
Yeah.
But he does gamble now, and he's like making money.
He's probably good at it.
I think so, but
'Cause
I'm also,
Vegas,
there's
right?
a little bit of a suspicion. So he'll be like, yeah, I won $1,400 tonight. And I'm like, that's amazing.
right.
But won $700. That's amazing. Okay.
But don't you have to like buy in to win it?
Yes, and like that's his
So that's
fucking
just
money.
pure
That's his
profit.
entertainment. That's his money. Like, do I want him at a strip club? Do I want him here? Do I want him there? I'm like, no, craps table is great.
Right.
But I'm also like, are you only telling? I'm wondering if he lies
Okay.
about losing
Right.
because the game is like, I won $800
Yeah.
tonight. Yeah.
But did you lose $2,000 last
What
night?
happened yesterday that
Yeah.
you didn't talk about?
Yeah.
Like-
You didn't come home bragging yesterday.
Yesterday you weren't bragging.
Right.
We don't know what happened. Tonight you won and we're like having a celebration, eating Taco Bell, like
yeah.
standing on the table, rich, we're rich. Like, but
I
what
have a
happened?
friend who is married to a professional gambler, and she's like living the high life. She is like, they have a
Hot.
kid. She's super
They
hot.
should do a 6'5" trust fund. They should be like professional gambler.
Yeah.
Who cares how tall he is? Receding hairline. Like, I just want someone who gambles.
It's cool because she'll like post like the player, like he's in these like big televised
Sure.
tournaments and stuff, and he's like, number one, da da da. So he's just like,
I can't gamble. I like it. I won't go to
Oh.
CVS without a coupon.
Oh.
I'm like, I love wasting money on dumb shit.
Absolutely.
That would not.
I'm not paying for
Blackjack
an
is not the
emotional-
dumb shit I want to waste money on.
No.
It would be probably something like all the dumb shit you waste money on.
Thank you. Like I'm like up $80 at the slot machine. I'm cashing out. I'm done. Bye. I won my 80. I'm gone.
Noah thinks he like has strategy and
Yeah.
this and that, but maybe he does. Maybe he does.
Yeah, I think
When
my
I stand next to him,
brother's
I'm like, I like get like tight chest. And I'm like,
Yeah,
don't
it's
lose-
emotional.
Don't lose your money.
good. Right.
I have,
But my brother won
I
like
have boobs to get.
to
I also feel like I do kind of feel like he should come home and put all of the cash into a money jar that's
Yeah.
called Esther's Kate Hudson boobies.
Yeah.
Not Vanessa.
No.
I'm always going to go for the blondes. He's like the brunettes. And I'm like, but blondes are better, right? And he's like, well, I don't know. I like brunettes.
My brother won like a shit ton of money on like DraftKings or something.
Yeah.
And like paid off like his like grad school.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah. I think somebody else I know did too. Like DraftKings is like the thing, I think.
And that's very Vegas. I've like seen it in Vegas. And then the other thing I'm excited. Are you going to go to Skankfest?
I think so. I'm on the fence.
I thought it was
I've
going to
gone
be
every
bad.
year.
And then I went and I
It's
had the
fun.
best
Yeah.
time. I
The
also
hang is
took
good.
mushrooms
Well, there you go.
and ran into like,
Everybody.
I know everyone gets silly, but I get like insanely silly on mushrooms. It like really hits
I
my
either
silly
get
bones.
silly or I get like a little too.
It depends who I'm with.
Yeah.
So I bump into like someone like I remember
Khalees is just a good time too.
Nick. Nick she's so great. She's so great. Like Nick Vatterott was there, and
This last one?
Yeah.
I didn't see Nick
and I like
Vatterott.
was just sitting on a couch, just like a little bit on, a little buzzing from a shroomy. And I like seeing Nick Vatterott, and I just say some silly shit, and he says some silly shit, and I was like, oh, this is the right person.
Yeah,
to be
he's like a
talking.
cartoon.
He was making me laugh. I was making him laugh, and I was just like, this is why I'm
That's what I
paying
came
top
for.
dollar for
I
babysitting.
to come to Skankfest.
Also, leaving my house is just like a time. It's just every minute that I'm away is it's like $25 an hour. So I make my
Expensive.
nights
worth
really
it.
worth
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You can't ruffle my feathers. There's not much you can do on
Right.
mommy's night out that you're gonna like. So funny. I feel like the girls. I will listen to New York girls. They're young. They're hot. They're rich. I don't know what's going on, but they can afford this, that, and the other. And they're like, my salad dressing
The complete
wasn't the right.
Yeah.
And I was just
Right.
like, dude,
Get over it.
Like,
You're out.
you're living life. Like, who fucking cares? Like,
Right.
no, they didn't have the right color in the Converse. I'm like, oh, who
Right.
cares?
You're like, you both of my boys
You
have
don't
a
know-
combined weight of 200 pounds.
Yeah, and you don't know what it's like to be like unload responsibility, but it is a sweetness of like, I'm obsessed with these kids, love them. I'm so absolutely endlessly fascinated by the kids. Leaving them is the freedom.
You got to do it.
It's and I make my nights worth it. If someone's like, "Hey, want to meet up?" Like, and I don't have kids on me, I feel like they're just like
Yeah,
on my
yeah,
breast and my
yeah.
back and my hair. I'm just like, "Fuck yes, let's have
Let's
the best
rock.
night."
Yeah.
I went out to like a lounge in Vegas, and I have a friend who's a singer,
Okay.
and she was really fun. And like,
Yeah.
she's like, "Whose birthday is it?" And it was like my birthday was like 2 weeks before, and everyone was like, "It's hers." And like I was friends with her, and she's like, "Okay, we're gonna do this dance." and I was wearing leather pants
Let's
and
go.
like I was dressed like I was on Rock of Love.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I like came out of the house like I was trying to fuck Uncle Cracker, or sometimes I just put on an outfit. I had a hat too. I had like a black
You're
cowboy
wild.
hat. Sometimes I just like wear,
You wanna
I just
let
like want to
loose.
look trashy, but I'm like, I'm like, do I want to look like New Jersey trash?
Which trash?
Florida trash?
Right.
Do I want to
Big
just
difference.
look like Bridget Tunnel trash
Like
is very fun for me.
Kid Rock's girlfriend.
Kid Rock's girlfriend
Yeah.
trash was
Yeah.
the vibe. And I was just like, there was like I think it was the cut of the leather pants. They were just very like
Yeah.
pubic
Yeah.
bone.
Yep.
I don't know.
Like Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Must have been like on sale at Gap Factory. Like
You're
I don't know.
These are for the lounge night.
Yes. So I go to the lounge and it's like, it's your birthday. It wasn't, but I was like, not.
Get
It was
up.
like my mom's night out.
Yeah.
And I twerked on stage in the leather pants, and my friends were like, that was so funny. And I was just like, live your fucking lives. This is because I know that like tomorrow morning I'm going to be covered in cereal milk. That I know tomorrow morning someone's going to be like, that's just so funny.
Are your boys
Like-
into Bluey?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But now it's like Ninja
What's new?
Turtles.
Oh,
Only
okay.
one of them likes, that was what I looked like
Yep.
going to a lounge.
That's hot. Good for
I was
you.
I was like, Brett Michaels, I'll fix your diabetes. Like I was,
Is Noah ever like, but you're a mom?
no.
That's good.
He's like, I dress like, I will ask him, I go, it's funny because I'll like angle it. I'm always like, is it okay if I dress like a dumb, gross slut? And he goes, of course.
Of course, I love you. You're the mother of my
Why do you
kids.
think I married you? Or
Get out there.
I bought on Amazon because I don't get out much. I like started to buy clothing on Amazon,
Happens.
and there was a onesie, like it's popular right now. It's just a workout onesie.
Yeah, I
You're
have one.
basically wearing a female wrestling uniform.
I have one hanging up. Does it have the scrunch butt?
I don't have the scrunch butt, but it just
Scrunch butt's
fully
pretty good.
separates my labia
Oh.
from the other. Like it fully, definitely. Yeah, I have it in black. I got it on Amazon.
Nice.
And I put it on.
Where are you going in this?
Noah's like charged. I'm in the house. And this man, I've never seen him hornier. I was like, first I was like, I got it on Amazon. He's like, oh, you know, a little excessive, but
Little
you know,
excessive,
I think you have
Amazon.
enough. I think you have enough workout clothes. I think you've got
He
plenty of workout
loved it.
gear. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I wore it around the house. He was so horned up. I don't know where this story's going.
Oh, third kid. That's where it's going. Are you guys done? Do you think?
Yeah, very done.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I get pregnant again, it's
Get-
right to the clinic.
That's good. You've done it. You've built a family.
I love that I have that I'm done.
Yeah.
But I do think that having a baby is like open mic.
Oh.
Like, aren't you glad that you're not open micing? Like
Yeah.
you like if I said we're gonna start over, no one knows who you are, no one knows that you don't have a joke, I don't have a joke. We're gonna just enter comedy and start open micing. You'd be like, that's fucking brutal. I
It's
can't. I
terrible.
don't even know if I have the capacity to do it. I only
Nightmare.
had it in me one time around.
right.
They're like, you're
Yeah.
born again. Do you want to go through so like you grind it out, you do the open mics, you wait in the line, you wait for your name to get called. And then like, I don't know, 42 years later,
You
I
get
start
good.
being like legit professional comedian. And I get paid in nickels and sexual harassment. Like finally the respect I deserve.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like having a baby, you have to go through like all the hell. And then like the 4-year-old is just like magical. Like
Right.
I've worked all this hard.
Yeah.
Now I'm like my stadium tour.
Does he do like funny stuff?
He's
Are they
so
funny?
funny. He's so cool. He's so interesting. The other day, he's like, "Mom, are eyes clear?" I was like, "Eyes clear." Okay.
Whoa.
I go,
How do you answer that?
I go, no, they're not clear. And he goes, then how do we see through them? And I'm like,
why? That's so profound.
and I was like, and I get a little sappy because
Yeah.
I like lean into emotions. I'm
Yep.
like, if we don't, then we'll just implode.
Right.
So I'll like be like,
Go there with them.
yeah, beautiful question. The way your mind works,
Yeah.
just lights me
How
on
do we
fire.
see through them?
And like
if they're
before
not
bed,
clear,
I'm like, I love you just the way you are. And he's always
Yeah.
just like,
like beat it.
get away. And I'm like,
Does he have a favorite aunt or uncle? Do they like your sisters or
whoever is actively handing him a gift?
Yeah.
His love language is
That's why I
gifts.
fucking crush. My family calls me Auntie Warbucks.
Yes.
And I went to my niece. I was like, one time I was like, hey, do you only love me because I give you presents? And she was like, she didn't say no.
But I don't like
fine.
that boomers go for the sugar. They're like, I want love. Here's a cookie.
Oh no, I'm all material. I'm
And
like,
why
here's
don't
a
you-
Kate Spade purse.
Yeah. He likes really nice shoes. He has very expensive taste in shoes. And he's always like, these shoes don't fit anymore. I need more shoes. And he used to like go through Noah's like sneakers and try them on.
So cute.
But Noah's size 14.
Holy fuck.
He can't walk into a shoe store and buy shoes. He has to order
They
Nikes.
must grow so fast, your boys. Are they
Yeah.
like in and out of sizes like a season?
Yes, he's in like, he wears like size 6 or 7. And he looks like a 6 or 7 year old.
Yeah.
But he's 4 and he sucks his thumb. He just turned 4. He's like, and I kind of like it, but I'm always protective. There was these like 11-year-old girls and they go, oh, I love your Ninja Turtle shirt. And I'm just like, back off, he's 4. And I do think like as much as we are like protective of our daughters, we don't want our
Girls
baby
are
girls to get touched inappropriately, right? That's just like number one fear if I had a daughter, but it's also the same with boys. I'm like, I don't want people to see him as an older kid.
When his
and then,
mind
like,
is still that of a 4-year-old.
I know
Just
he's
'cause
hot.
bigger.
I know he's a gorgeous. He's really, really cute, and I
Right.
don't think he knows it. So he likes cowboy boots and like Ninja Turtle shirts, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I am a warrior. I'm a fighter." He likes guns and knives. I hate I'm not into violence at all.
Wait, that was the thing I commented on that was so funny. Like
He
you were
has
like,
swords
get
and-
dad weapons. Like,
Yes, he is so into weapons that I didn't. This is like
Mom, my gift is the best. Obviously, I said weapons.
I'm in love with him. This is how much I know I'm in love with Moses. Is I will scroll Amazon just, like looking at weapons.
Right.
I'm
What
just
does
like,
he
what's
want?
happening? I was just like, if someone was like over my shoulder on the subway, I'm just like, no, it's just like a good knife. It's a
machetes.
Is this not? I'm like, that's a light up gun, and I know that he's gonna
He's
want
gonna love
it.
it. He's gonna take it in the bathtub and he's gonna shoot the bubbles.
He goes, I need to protect you, and I was like, I can't wait. There will be like probably by the time they're 13.
They're taller than you.
I mean, their dad is 6'4",
Right.
245 pounds.
Yeah, my nephew is. I think he'll be taller than me this summer. He's 11.
And I'll just be like, Moses, listen to me.
That's gonna be awesome.
I can't wait.
You're
Well,
gonna-
also, I kind of want to walk into like a comedy club with like 2
Right.
giant and just be like,
Keep
"Can
the
my
waitresses.
kids
Keep the
sit-
waitresses away from them
Yeah.
though.
Can my kitties, can my kiddo baby boo boo boos,
Can they color?
can my boo 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 baby boos can sit in the green room, please? And they'll be like, what? And I'm like, my boo 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 baby boos.
You're like,
I will
those
always,
giant men.
yeah. And they're like, huh? And I'm like, boo boos, my little boo boos, my baby boo boo boo. But I
That's gonna
do
be great.
think I've always like had a lot of love in me to get like I want to love like I fall in love on the subway with anyone, just like Orthodox men who like don't want to make eye contact. I'm just
Yeah.
like, come on, look at me, baby.
Look, shake my hand.
I love like love, and Noah's a perfect guy. He really is a lovely dude, whatever.
right.
But there was just always a little bit more. Not that I'm like I need to fuck people, but the kids fill a
Right.
little bit of like the love holes. Like
Yeah.
I thought I wanted a kiss from a 6'4" handsome man who was smart and cool.
Yeah.
A 4-year-old boy.
Oh, so cute.
I mean, those kisses. are
Yeah.
like- because I don't force him to kiss me. So if I get like a voluntary, just like,
Oh.
I'm just like, oh, that was so good. Like
so
a
sad.
little tiny boy who's
Right. He's so
asking
sweet.
like philosophical questions, who
About-
doesn't know about like war, violence, or rape or sex at all. He's
Yeah.
just like, Mommy, you have a cookie and I have a penis. And I was like, it's a macaron. And like, and then he like, I don't know, he's just the best. And I was like, you know what? I think that it's a little underrated. Like having like people do like, oh, my fucking kids and my fucking wife and my
Right.
kids.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
It's
I'm
beautiful.
getting
I love
the
it.
bomb
Right.
ass kisses from
Yeah.
it's not all the time, but like he like saves like I get like one a little bit.
That's meaningful.
I know that he'll fuck off and like not want to
He'll
be
be a
friends with his
teenager
mom.
someday, but
Yes. But right now he's just amazing. And then there's another one, and
Right
he's
behind.
2, and that
Yeah.
sucks.
2 years behind. No, he doesn't.
But I feel like I'm grinding through the like the actual literal changing someone's poop
Right.
and like lifting him, and he's not portable. He's not liftable. Like me and Noah both have tennis elbow from lifting this boy, and we have a ice pack we have like an arm ice pack.
Because of this little
trade
boy.
around.
Wow.
Because our elbows and our joints are like busted.
How much
from
does
this
he
kid.
weigh? The little one.
I think he's like inching towards 40 pounds. He's
That's
2
a
years
fucking
old.
kettlebell,
And
dude.
we were like, Moses is huge. Oh,
Right.
what's the next one going to be like? Oh,
Is
Nathan
he gonna
is
be
going
bigger?
to blow him out of the water. Because Nathan's a little bit, he has Noah's like, I think the scary thing would be having a daughter with Noah's shoulders. Because I like a shouldery dude.
You're like, this is my daughter, Leah Thomas.
People are like abs, and I'm like, shoulders. I want like a bison man. And then the kids come out and they're just
Right.
like all shoulders.
Yeah, I think it's good you had boys.
Whatever.
I mean, the girl might have just looked like you. She might have just got your genes.
Let me tell you, there's like all this stuff on the internet that's like making sure that my daughter is well traveled so that your dusty son
Right.
doesn't take her to Miami or
Yeah.
something, whatever.
And you're like, my son
I
doesn't
was
want
like,
to take
my
your fucking
son
daughter.
can like cook gourmet meals. He knows how to make smoothies. He works out. He has lots
He's
of
gonna
weapons.
put the second half of the
so
smoothie
your
back in the
dusty
fridge.
daughter, don't impress him with some French toast.
Bitch.
Like I like as much as I kind of am just like, why are we like defending and praising and protecting the daughters, and then it's just like, boys, you better be good enough for her, and I'm like, you better be good enough for him. I'm already like, I already hate my daughter-in-law. I already fucking hate this bitch walking into my house with that ugly top. Would
I
it
know.
kill you
I
to put on a
see-
little makeup?
I see.
She doesn't exist. She doesn't exist.
You're so mad at her.
I'm like, you don't cook.
I know. I see
What's
how
the-
cute.
Why did Moses buy you this kitchen if you can't even cook? Like,
I see it with my nephew too. Like he's just like gonna be tall and like cute and like freckled.
you gotta have a baby. Ruin your life. Look,
No.
It does like take your like entire existence to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
You're just like, and
I'm too in love with my life.
it is good. I should have like coming here. It's like I did make some wrong decisions.
No, you made the right ones for you. Everybody's
I
different.
always, every time I hang out with like a gal pal in New York, I'm always like, there were other options.
No.
Fuck.
No.
Like it's when you took the wrong train. And
I
you're
don't know.
like,
I mean, I'm like, my thing is, I would just never want to do it alone. I see women who do it alone, and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not for me. Like, I could be coerced, but I don't have that instinct in me. Like Whitney Cummings. I look at Whitney, and I'm just like, you really, really wanted to be a mom.
I didn't. I wanted to be taken care of. And I found out that kids are a great excuse to be like,
Yeah.
Mama can't work. I just need a facial. I want to work very badly. I want to be
You
active.
just shot
and
a special.
working.
You are working.
Yes, I
You're
love.
doing a
I
podcast.
love
You're working
being
right
like. I
now.
want to be the. Like
is
I'm a
work.
dumb joke where I
This
go,
is
my
work.
husband's the breadwinner and I'm the bread baker, and by that I mean I get chronic yeast infections.
Sourdough.
But I was like, I'm trying to have perspective of like, this is a blip on the radar. This is they're only little for a
Right.
little time period.
Soak it up.
So even if I did have an agent calling me being like, you want to go to Tennessee tomorrow and Memphis? I'm like, I don't need to.
babies. I don't
be-
need to go
go
shoot
to
a
bad
low budget
cities.
movie for no money. No, you take good opportunities.
I'm gonna hang out
It's
in
good.
Vegas in my cul-de-sac.
Right. Ooh, I love a
With
cul-de-sac.
my Lifetime Fitness membership. With a
You have
steam room
Lifetime?
and
I
a
have
sauna.
Lifetime. I love Lifetime. It's my
great.
favorite.
We have like an outdoor swimming pool. The
I
first
bet
day,
it's sick in Vegas. I've never been
it's
to the one in
great. It has
Vegas.
like a massive pool. You should come.
There's one at Sky in Midtown, but I belong to the Wall Street one. I can go to the
Finance, trust fund, 6'5". That's all I would do if I went to the one in Financial District. I'd
You
just
would,
be like,
but they're all kind
I'd
of
put
like
on a
chubby
blonde-
Indian dudes. Like they might be rich, but like
not blue eyes.
no,
They can put on contacts.
no offense.
I think that guy
I love
Jay
him.
Shetty has like hazel eyes or
Yeah,
something,
he's
and they're like,
pretty.
you're automatically the most famous Indian
And
man in the
beautiful
whole
Indian
world
man that
because
ever
of your
lived.
eye color.
Yep,
If only.
pretty much.
All you have to be is a light. If you have darker skin and light eyes, you just start printing money.
And I understand that he's attractive, but he does nothing for me. I don't.
Who's
feel-
your guy?
I like a guy who looks so tough. Like his face looks like a little mangled. Like
I like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew's very handsome. I like a Viggo Mortensen or a Tom Hardy. I like a little
Oh.
facial disfigurement.
I like Tom Hardy. I like Travis Kelce. too.
Oh yeah.
Because that kind of, he like
He
sort
has
of reminds
Noah
me of a
vibes.
Noah.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Magic Mike that looks like a bit like the burly,
Yeah.
like has that. And he's one of the guys that I'm very, very, very familiar with each and every Magic Mike dancer. And there's one that looks like if Noah lived at the gym.
Okay.
That's what he would look like.
Okay.
And I still like Noah better. But I'm
Right.
like, it's funny to see someone like, that's what Noah would look like if he did crunches. Huh.
You don't say that to Noah though, do you?
I mean, he's actively taking Pilates private lessons.
Okay, girl.
Because I don't think he belongs in a camel toe class.
No.
And I'm not even threatened because it's like,
No.
I know he doesn't like that.
The eyelash.
He doesn't
thing.
like crazy
No,
eyelashes.
okay.
Every day I'll be like, should I get my lips done? Should I get my lashes done? I'll be like, no.
He doesn't
And I'm like,
it.
should I get my pubes lasered off? He's like, for sure.
Whoa.
It took me a year. I'm so proud of it. I wish it was something I could like post about.
Go ahead. Why not? Show everybody.
I guess my grandparents are mostly dead. So
There you go. I'd been dead for a while.
my grandpa was so into comedy. So into comedy when he was growing up.
Yeah.
That every time I saw him, he'd be like, Sid Caesar. And I'm like,
That's his reference.
I'm not. He would be like he would like comment
Phyllis
on the
Diller?
fact that it was that my stuff was dirty. No, just the
Oh.
Sid Caesar to
just
the
Sid-
moon
just
and back.
all Sid.
And I was just like, I don't know. And
All
I go,
Sid.
I think that my comedy is for young people and medium old and even boomers. But 88 is kind of my cutoff. If you're above 88, I cannot guarantee that you're gonna like my
Right.
jokes, and I'm not sure. But then Noah has his stepmom has a mom who's almost 100.
Holy shit.
She's 97. She watched my special and loved it, and I was like,
There you go. There you have it.
I guess the late 90s. The early 90s, just I try to like figure out why you didn't
How
like-
does she stay alive? What is her deal?
It's about $400,000 a month
To keep
a
her
year.
to
I
keep
don't
her
know.
pump.
She has like specialists and doctors and people, but she also, I mean, if you really want to know,
Yeah.
she refuses to take like she doesn't need pain medication. She doesn't need. She like tries to not take any medication.
I think that's the vibe. I never take like antibiotics when I get sick.
I took ibuprofen yesterday. I walked into Eastville. They're like,
I'll take one.
Eastville. I called it Eastville. I walked
Wait,
into
New
New York
York.
Comedy Club and I was like, I remember what this place was Eastville. And then I go, do you have any ibuprofen? And I just felt like a dinosaur. I had like
Oh.
an old lady. They're like, you want a drink? And I'm like, you got Advil.
Give me some ibuprofen.
But you wouldn't do that.
I'll take when I have cramps. I'll take one, but I don't like to take a lot. But I think like if I ever get a cold, I'll go get like an IV drip. I'll like put myself full of vitamins, but I won't like get antibiotics because I think it like I read studies that you get depressed, and I think if your natural immune systems like starts depending on them, then it won't work.
I had a very recent UTI, which made me feel like a teen. It was like kind of
bad?
fun. No, it wasn't even that bad. I was just like, oh, there's like a little blood. Like, I'm going to go to the doctor. They're like, here's antibiotics. I only took some until it went away. And I know
Yeah.
you're supposed to finish antibiotics, but
I
I'm like,
know.
what if I don't? What
Right.
is it going to like come back?
And it didn't come
I
back.
didn't. I was like, I'm not going to flood my body. And I was like, can I get diflucan? Because I'm going to get yeasty. It's just a whole
I haven't
aquarium.
had. I just went like homeopathic. The last guy I dated, he tried to give me UTI. He wanted to, but I just went like
He's like, baby, I want to put a
Yeah.
UTI in your pussy.
he's like I have
what?
like dirty sailor dick. I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
Oh,
I don't know what it was.
scurvy.
Our pH balances were not in order.
I had a nurse tell me that. I'm like, I just keep getting UTIs. I was probably during Funny Girls. I was like, I just don't know what's wrong. Are you fucking a lot of comedians? Uh-huh. She goes, I mean, unless anyone asks, then none.
No.
And then,
Are there cameras in here?
yeah, and I was
no.
and I'm like mugging. I would never sleep with male comics. And then I was like, I don't know what's wrong. And she was like, sometimes your body's just allergic to certain guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, needed to hear that.
Yeah,
That's called a harsh reality that I really needed to hear.
for sure.
Sometimes,
That's why I'm
no matter
just-
how much you pee after sex,
Right.
and like I'm like
Scrub it.
exfoliating my clit off, and it's like I am gonna get a UTI no matter what because this guy's penis doesn't work with my.
Right. And they can be as clean as the day is long. But if it doesn't match, it doesn't match. And
I was so into like showering.
yeah, before, after, during.
Just loves
Loves
a
a shower.
clean. He wants me to be showered. He wants me showered. I was like, what are we like?
If a guy wants me to shower before, I feel kind of like an Asian prostitute. Like, why do I have to shower?
That's what he wants. Also, the costume he makes me wear. He doesn't. I'm more like
folds
fun.
you into
I
an
put on
origami
a
goose.
French maid costume,
Oh, fun.
like a horny one.
Yeah.
And we went to a hotel.
Not like a Mrs. Doubtfire get up.
Oh no! I dressed up like Amelia Bedelia. I had like a poof on my head. Move out of the way! I dressed up as like a horny French maid, and he had no idea. We were at a hotel. It completely caught him off guard. He was watching like BET Awards or Essence Awards. Like he was just like lounging, and I knock on the door really loud, and I was like, housekeeping, and he was like, wait, what?
Nice.
And then he like really thought it was housekeeping. And I like kind of scared him. And then I'm like, and he's like, oh. And like finally he like got caught on, like, okay, and I'm like, that's what it takes. 8 years and being married. And I'm like, I will just buy a frivolous outfit. I will like one time I was like, what do you think is sexy? He's like, I don't care about lingerie. He will repeat it over and over. I don't care about lingerie. And I was like, okay, that's fun.
Right.
Fun, bro. Fun hot
Fucking
take.
Fun sponge.
He's just repeatedly, I don't care about lingerie.
Okay,
and I go,
buzzkill.
what is it that you are kind of turned on by? Is there anything? And he was like,
What?
fishnet.
Okay. He
So
likes the
then
trashy stuff.
I said to Nicole,
He
Amy
likes
Shriver,
the trashy stuff.
I was like, I mentioned it to her and she was like, you should take my assless fishnets. And I was like, great. And she like handed me this like,
She's like, they weren't always assless. My dog got into them.
yeah,
Shoot holes in the ass.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And she hands me these like gross assless fishnet. It's like a full body. I feel like I just looked like a piece of meat wrapped at like the grocery store.
With the like netting.
I was ham. I just turned into a piece of ham. And I wore it and he was like, so hot.
That's
So
good.
hot.
That's
I was like,
did
this
you
is-
rip them? You like bring them back to Nicole?
They were already
Sorry.
like ripped and shredded. They were just like, there was just like pieces.
I feel like guys want to do like the Hulk Hogan thing with the fishnet. They're like, look
yeah,
how strong
and
I
I'm
am.
always just trying to do like breakaway pants.
like a magic show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, don't ruin. I need these for next year when we have sex.
Obviously. All right, we got to wrap up. We did a really good podcast. This is the fans are gonna love this. I already see the comments.
Do you have advice for OnlyFans? I want to start one.
You don't need advice. You've been in Penthouse. You know how to be hot. You're wearing Kid Rock girlfriend outfits.
That's
at
really
the
funny
lounge
if I pick different ethnicities to be trashy in.
Yeah, you just run the gamut.
The ethnicities include Italian and white trash.
You should have like Noah be a part of it though. He catches you and arrests you.
He's not fun like that.
He could. What if he was like the doctor?
He'll never do anything on camera. He'll do crazy, fun, weird
Stuff
stuff.
he could wear
and
a
then I'm like, let
mask.
me film it. And he's just like,
I don't know.
he can wear a mask, like a
Yeah.
wrestling mask.
Wrestling mask, a doctor mask, a jail guy mask. I just made that last one up. I don't know what a jail guy mask is. Hannibal Lecter.
I'll do it. I'll be Hannibal Lecter and like try eating my own toast.
So new special is called
Schmear Campaign.
And when is it coming out? When can people look for it?
Around the election time. So
Smart.
at first I was like, okay, it's definitely just going to go on YouTube. Like I'm really trying to embrace YouTube. And then I was like, wait a minute. And there's been like a couple bites. So at first I was like, it will for sure be on YouTube. And now I'm like, wait, there could be something in the works where I
Nice.
actually
Shell it.
sell it. But also I'm happy about YouTube because
Right.
I'm about eyeballs. My dad ran for office 5 times and lost 5 times. And I finally like rail into him.
What office? Like
All
what,
of it, like
all-
in local shit up till president. He's like
In
a
Florida?
loser. Yeah,
He's not a
it was
loser.
he lost 5 times. It was like hard. Like each election, like it leads up. Like
That's
it takes like a year.
emotional.
Yeah, and he's also has Asperger's, and like I just like I'm so sick of my dad. He was like annoys me. He makes bad jokes. He's and I just I just leaned it. I just before the special, I decided I was like,
So
I
the
always poke
schmear
fun of
campaign is about
my
your dad?
husband, my kid. I'm like, I'm gonna tear my dad a new one in this special. And I love the man, but I officially am like, threw him under the bus.
Love it.
As we all should.
Whatever gets views. Whatever.
Sorry, did you parent me? And have you been present my whole life? We'll eat shit.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah.
I got my dad an Omega watch last year with my butthole money. So
Oh, that is so sweet.
thank you. Yeah, he shows all his friends. My daughter
That's
got me
almost as
this.
good as craps.
Almost.
That's good.
It's
That's
kind of like craps in a different way.
yeah.
the
It's,
lack
you're
of-
playing with house money.
The lack of crap. The lack of crap.
That's so cool. I wish I was in your family. I would love a nice watch.
Yeah, he's like, I had to get it like sized because he has like Popeye forearms. And when I bought it from like the Omega store over here, and it was like this Chinese salesman, and he was like showing me the biggest strap. And I was like, is that really the big? And I was like, he has big forearms. And the guy goes, are they bigger than mine? I was like, yeah, you're Chinese. No offense. My dad, I don't know if
You
that's
should just give him your leg.
right. I was like
My
try my
thigh.
thigh meat. That's my dad's fucking Popeye arms.
I got my thighs from my dad's forearms.
Yes.
And got his watch from my butthole. Do you understand? We are mangling all of our body parts to level up in this
To
world.
make our dads happy.
Are you proud
Therapy.
of me now?
Do you love
Sid
me?
Caesar. Sid Caesar didn't have butthole money, daddy.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Support Esther. And this, I think, will be out after I've already headlined Rodney's. But in case it hasn't, it isn't. When will it be out, Nicole? Is that before July 12th? Yes. Rodney's. I'm headlining July 12th. Please fucking come. I got to post about that, Nicole. I might actually have to ask you to make me a video. Okay, bye.
Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.